Alright, what's up everyone? HEX Manifesto here. Another Wednesday, which means another round of Wardens Wednesdays, where we dive into the PvE aspect of our game. For those who do not play HEX TCG, it has two sides. It has the PvE, which is completely free to play in a campaign RPG-esque trading card game mode. And it has a PvP side, which is a more traditional buy cards or packs or draft tickets to go into drafts and construct decks and play on the ladder or in tournaments against other actual players. Every Wednesday, I dive into the completely free PvE side. This week, we are picking up part 2 from last week, which was we started our Coyote Ranger. We played through all of this part here, everywhere that's all lit up. We ended at this dungeon, which we're about to go back into. I just want to do a little quick overview of where we were. As I said, we are doing a full free-to-play run through this, so this is the exact deck, the exact starting deck anyone that made a Coyote Ranger would get, except we added this card, and one of these, which were all cards we got while we were in the campaign. This was for finishing the Coyote beginning story, this was for being the first dungeon, and this was just from a random campaign pack we got. So I've added nothing that you can't get for free while playing. Let's see, what else? This is the shard. I went over this a little bit last week, but last week's video got corrupted in post, so I could not post anything. So I'm going to go over a few things I went over last week, just so it's on record. The shard grid works. It looks a little confusing, but it's pretty easy once it's explained. You got common, uncommon, rare, and legendary cards. Then you have your 5 different threshold colors and artifacts, or colorless. And what you do is you just go, so we're running a white, green, or diamond wild deck. Alright, I just got a little messagey message. Thank you, Slap Daddy, if you're still in there. So Diamond Wild. So say you want to see how many Sunseers you can play. So Sunseer is a diamond threshold card. It's white. It's got the white border. It's got the diamond threshold. And it's a common because right here on its rarity it's white. This is blue. It's rare. This is white. It's common. So you want to say how many Sunseers can I play? Well, you go to your commons. You go to your diamond and you can play 3. So if I tried to put a 4th copy, which we have 3 in the deck, if I tried to put a 4th one in here, the deck would be invalid. If I go to look for it, Sunseer, see it's kind of grayed out. You can't add anymore. The number's red. So you can do the same thing. So if you want to see how many Prophets of the Sun you can play, so it's a diamond or the prismatic ones count as not as one of each, but just either or. So it's a diamond or wild. Go to diamond or wild, and you go over to rare, you can play 1. So I can only have 1 of this card in the deck. And then we also have a talent tree, so it's very much like an RPG in this aspect. Each class race combination has its own unique talent tree, which either gives you access to new spells, it buffs inherent traits to that. So Coyotles use a lot of prophecy, so there's some talents that buff prophecy cards. Since I'm a ranger, it has pet buffs. And so, I mean, there's way too much to just go through every single one, but there's these 2 trees are open. You can see there's already a 3rd tree in development, or a 3rd part of the tree in development for the next PvE release. So that's pretty much where we are in a nutshell. We'll go back here. So you get your talent tree button there, it takes you to the same place. Card collection, world map. So the PvE campaign is very much like a MMO adventure through a world where you navigate through these nodes and you go into TCG battles when you go to the node. So we're hitting here. So this is where we left off. It's the Tranquil Dream dungeon. Go to our first spot and you'll talk to the boss. I have been quick skipping through all this in case people want to go through and play and actually get the lore for themselves the first time. So I haven't been doing any lore spoilings because HEX is full of rich lore story. So you see we got 5 paths we can take, and each one represents a color, and it's like one of the thresholds of the game. So You'll fight a diamond deck here, a ruby deck here, a blood deck, a wild deck, a sapphire deck, and you'll come back at the end and face the boss. So we'll start with the diamond. It doesn't matter which way you go, we're just going to go around in a circle. Oh, yeah. Clicky, click, click, click. You also get mercenaries when you play. You see these other open slots. I'm not using any right now, but you can have up to 3 other mercenaries with you, and each mercenary gets its own deck that you make for them. So you, at any given time when you're playing through the campaign, you can play one of 4 decks. But we're trying to do this with just the ranger. Also, when this first came out, the campaign, pretty sure all through Act 1 they had never released the mercenary system, so you should be able to get through all of the first chapter or act, whatever you want to call it, pretty handily without using any mercenaries. It's a fine keep. No wild resource, but we'll probably draw one. I mean, this hand would be absolutely insane if we had the wild. Play it something like that. Howling Brave into Whispering Breeze into Sunseer and or Quickstrider on turn 3. So we'll play our Sunseer. When we play Sunseer, you get a Prophecy deploy, which means deploy means to put into play. The next troop in your deck gains life drain, which is when you deal damage, you gain that much life. We'll summon our pet, John Deere. That's what we named him. He's a spirit deer named John Deere. He was a 1/1, but our last talent point we put in made it so when we summon one, he actually is a 1/2 now. Also, his passive has changed that instead of getting +1/+1, he gets +2/+2. We are not hitting those wild resources. Dream Turtles can go ahead and gain a little bit of life there on us. Yeah, Dream Turtles' shindig is that his passive is when you play a diamond card, gain a life. And Gift of Diamond, it's a 5 charge cost. Draw a card. Each opposing champion gains a diamond threshold. Each opposing champion creates a random diamond card they meet the threshold for and puts it into their hand. So basically, it creates one random action for each player. Diamond action. There, we got our wild resource there. On 4. Play out our Whispering Breeze and our Howling Brave. We'll pump Mr. John Deere up to a 3/4. I'm even alright trading this. Next turn we'll play out our Stargazer. As you can see, this Stargazer does not have life drain. This Stargazer does, because this Stargazer got prophesied by our Sunseer with the life drain. Hit another wild resource. I think we'll go ahead and... he prophesies the next card in our deck to get +2/+2. I think I'm okay with trading pretty much is two. He doesn't seem to want to take any damage. Understandable. He created me a Winter Brave using his charge power. Double Rigid Buffalo comes down. So many quick striders. Just trying to keep his side of the board a little thin. Don't want him to be able to wall up and us not be able to attack into him. Play a little tricksy there. We'll kill all of those. Guess it was safe to full swing there and end that, but we did not. We'll just alpha swing to end this one. Alright, 1 down, 5 to go. Alright, so next up we're going against Ruby. Dream Skarn. He has another 5-cost basic champ action, which is draw a card. Each opposing champion, they're pretty much the same. They're all the same except they change the colors. So each opposing champion gains a Ruby threshold, and each opposing champion creates a random Ruby card they meet the thresholds for and puts into their hand. So they get to draw a card, we get to create a random card. If I remember correctly, this deck plays around creatures that get buffed when actions are played. And when his passive is when you play a Ruby card, deal 1 damage to each opposing champion. These guys are kind of high cost. Did not get much better. We did get the 3-drop there. Just a little better of a curve. Still got a 5 and 6 in our opener, though. And a 4. We just need shards now. Just need shards for the rest of the time. No 2-drop there. Opponent's not playing much, which is a little worrisome. Just gonna keep playing out our curve and swinging away. He's only got 8 life. He's gonna go down to... Nope. Alright, he does have some plays now. We'll just let him trade. We're not gonna trick when we can keep playing out our curve. Not when he's this far behind. So there's our random card that his champion power made for us. Unfortunately, that's not enough to stop us from swinging in for the win here, but 4-2 a Swift Strike would have been scary in any other situation. Forgot last week I also did do that. If you're a new player to Hex and you just want a couple free cards, just let me know. I will give you the packs that we win from doing these dungeons. While we're playing through these on our Wardens Wednesdays. I'll probably just continue doing this campaign until and or the off chance that they actually release the new siege mechanic anytime soon, and then that will take over my Wardens Wednesday stream doing siege streams. Look, the exclamation point card bot works. That's good. It's good when my bots work. At least one thing's worked today, because so far, this day has been a technical nightmare for streaming. Oh yeah, Dream Spider, same thing, except it does 4. It's a 4 cost instead of a 5 cost. Makes us a random card, and when you play a blood card, create a spiderling egg for each opposing champion put into their decks. So they'll be making spiderling eggs, putting them into our deck, taking advantage of that digital format. And when we draw the spider egg, they get a 1/1 unblockable spider. Just did that for a little bit of life gain. We got the Swift Strike here to block. He's got the trick, but he does not. But he does have another one. I will say, though it's come a long way, the AI in this game is still far from perfect. I'm hoping we get another AI update when we get Siege, because I still think the AI needs to be a little bit better to navigate decks that we make. And that's on a lot of people's mind as a potential issue, but I'm sure it's going to be better. It's hard to imagine that they would release that without a slightly better AI system in place. Double Bone Warrior. Deathcry, transform into a pile of bones and put into play. So basically they can pay 4 and return it back to being a Bone Warrior, which is, it's not a very good card. It's not really something we're going to have to worry about. Oh, and he made a Zoras Reactory for us randomly. That's nice. We didn't have a T-Hex to play next turn. I almost think about playing that. Play at our T-Hex, and I'm pretty sure we just swinging for the win next turn. 6 with Crushing. He's gonna tap out his flyer. Oh, he's got another wall. Alright, not quite yet. Whoops. Apparently I did not click my T-Hex correctly. Or I double clicked it. Still at 2, come on. Doesn't really have a board anymore though, so. I'll just give that Crush. And that'll be the end of that. He doesn't even block this with Strike, so. Blood dungeon down, or blood portion of the dungeon. Dream Bear. Believe it's when you play a wild card. Gain a resource? No, that's too strong. Is that what it is? Something gets +1/+1 maybe? Oh yeah. When you play a wild card, there's a 50% chance to summon a Shroompin. Shroompins. That counts for me too. I think, right? Yeah. So I have a chance of making some Shroompins. That's not a great hand. That's better. Much better. Let's play our Bright Brave and prophesize our next troop for +1/+1. Next turn we'll play out our Sunseer and give our next troop Life Drain. If we're lucky, we won't hit a troop off the top and that troop will get both prophecies. Nope. We do have a 3/3 Sunseer we can play now though, instead of the 2/2. Summon John Deere. Anyone hanging out in one of the southern areas that got some snow today? Anyone enjoy a snow day? Alright, so 3 here, we can't play Night Sky or Wild Aura yet, so we'll probably just play down. We'll double Prophecy the next card in our deck. 3-2 Crush. I'm alright with trading that off. He doesn't have a turn 3 play. We don't hit our 4th resource either. He's gonna create us a Thorn Whisker? Thorn Twister. 3-4 Steadfast. While this is in your hand, it has -1 for each health you gain this turn. Okay. That's actually not too bad for us. Another 3-2 Sunseer. We'll gain 2 life, so that'll cost 4. Still 1 shy of what we can play. But next turn we should be able to play him out. Actually, this should just be lethal. I don't know why he hasn't played anything. I'm not really sure what his hand is, but that was a pretty bad showing. Even for the AI even for AI standards. Alright, so Dream Eagle is... I don't remember. I'm not going to pretend to remember. But it's the same deal. 5 costs to draw a card and create a card for us. And I'll tell you what the passive is in a second. We won't benefit from it. When the champion plays a Sapphire card, opposing... exhausts an opposing card. So that's actually really good for him. Since we're basically just an aggro deck. We got our Zodiac Dream. This is something special for being a Coyote. They just get randomly put into your deck. Draw a card and summon a random Coyote with cost 2 or less. We'll actually do that on his turn. And we got a really good Coyote too. So we're gonna have a pretty strong board on turn 2. At least a strong, like, weenie board. Lots of little creatures. When this untaps, which is what Diligence does, when it unexhausts, you conscript a Ardent Troop with cost 1, and conscript means you create a troop. So every time this thing unexhausts, we get a random 1-cost troop in our hand. So, like that. We just got a Wounded Warrior. Not the best for our deck, but... I don't want to trade that. I'll just get blocked, but we're just using it. Just using it to grab another troop anyway. On the off chance that we don't hit our next shard here, we'll still be able to play 2 cards. And he's going to create us a random Lixil's Heartseeker. So we do hit our shard. Moon Warden is good though. I think we just play our Prophet of the Sun though here. We can swing there just to gain a little life. So, resource off the top would be best, especially now. We could possibly, potentially trick a trade here with Wild Aura, which we got. So that is what we will do. We'll buff our John Deere. No matter what he blocks, we can use Wild Aura to kill off, did I hit the right button? This gives a target troop +2/+2 in Crush, making that a 3/5. Killing his Phalanx Guard. He's going to cast Yesterday, it's going to return everything to our hand, which is super annoying. But it also lets us prophesize everything again, so that's not so bad. So we'll play those two back out first. We still haven't drawn... Right? Yeah, we still haven't drawn what Prophet of the Sun prophesized yet. So we still have some troop with +3/+3 crush and life gain coming. There it is. And it's a big one. So we'll play that out, and we'll play out the... Give the next thing +1. So the next troop in our deck has +3/+3 right now also. We can swing here. He can only block one and he can't kill either of them with the block, so... Mesmerize. That's a known bug. He mesmerizes his own troop, and that's just a known AI bug. It's not really anything we can do about it. That would have actually been really good for him to mesmerize our troops right there. But, you know. To each their own. Probably should have done that first. And it still got us to lethal though, so it's all good. So there's all the corners, and then you come back to the middle for the last fight. This little symbol here means that if you use a mercenary, if you use one of your mercenary slots, or your mercenaries to defeat it, and you win, you get bonus gold. Which we don't have any mercenaries set up, so we can't do it, but optimally, you'd want to use a mercenary deck there when you can. It's a lot of wild. So Sister Midnight has deal for 4 blood diamond threshold, one of each. Deal damage to target champion equal to the number of troops you control and gain health equal to the damage dealt this way. And the passive requires 3 blood and 3 diamond threshold, but when you gain health, a random troop in your deck gets +1/+1. I don't think this hand's gonna cut it. We could have gotten 1. Alright, I'm gonna keep this, because if we get 1 wild, we're in business. Skip the lore, no spoilers. Turn 2, we still have our Sunseer and our Champ Power with 2 diamonds, so we don't have nothing. 1 wild resource, though, really. That's a resource, but it's not a wild resource. Also not a wild resource. They are also stuck on only diamond. There's our wild resource. Gotta change the record real quick. Real quick. Alright. So let's see here. So you got 3/3 down. When you gain a charge, you gain 2 life. Two in crush. I can still get killed. We should probably just not play the Wild Aura this turn. I got the Howling Brave, so we can definitely hit our Diamond Aura next turn. And that will pretty much seal this guy's fate here. Ooh, we got 3/1 flyer with life gain. Kind of doing that thing you're not supposed to do, putting all your eggs in one basket with our John Deere here, but he's gonna start gaining a lot of life. Close. So you're gonna gain another 5 here. Kills off the Sunseer. I feel like we just keep getting him back to 2. Breathe. So that should be game. Yeah. Alright. That was the Tranquil Dream dungeon. I believe that probably finishes a quest up for us here. Yep. Go back to the Ambling Mesa to turn it back in. Let's see, where is she? Feather drifting down river. Levels up. Gets me some experience, 250 gold, and another Tranquil Dream pack. Someone else has a quest for us. Endu, thanks for the file. How you doing tonight? Let's see, so let's throw in our other talent. I think I wanted to take... think I wanted those. Overwatch is also really good. I think I'm gonna take the pet treats though. So now we have 4 pet treats in our deck, which are 0 cost quick actions. Our pet, which is John Deere, gets +1/+1, and we get to draw a card. Another quest. Won't spoil what the story is about, and I think that's it. Go back out. Let's see here. We still need to tame a Dust Bustard, which I think is here. Sea Witch is this way. Let's go do the Sea Witch. Go knock this out before I forget that it's up here. So we're going to go up against the Mind-Controlled Manti. He has a 5 cost charge power. Target troop gets +2/+2 and costs +2. An Unnatural Glow. At the start of your turn, if you control the troop with the highest cost, each action in your hand gets cost -1. That'll be very good for us, since normally our troops ramp up pretty high. We don't have a whole lot of spells to take advantage of, though. That's not a great start for this. That's 3 actions and an Earth Caller. I'm gonna throw that back and hope we get something a little better. We didn't. Well, at least we got the Zodiac Dream, though. Can probably make this work. And we're on the draw. Play out our Zodiac. Earth Mother's not a bad hit. We still need the diamond resource, though. Every time Earth Mother unexhausts, you get one permanent resource. That you can't use that turn, but sticks around. So, like, now I have 1, 2. And there's the diamond, so we're in business now. We're gonna be ramped up to this Manti Ranger in no time at all. We'll actually be able to play Manti Ranger next turn. And then everything else will cost 1 less, right? Or, yeah. Or does that only work for him? Oh, that's just his. Sorry, that's not a terrain effect. That's only for the Manti. My bad. Misinformation. No, that wasn't right. I'm an idiot. Ignore that play altogether. We were supposed to play a wild shard there. I forgot we were actually able to play the Manti this turn because of my misreading up top. If we had played the wild shard there, we would have had 4 and the correct thresholds and played Manti Ranger out. He plays a Druidic Exo Shaper. At the start of your turn, this gets +X/+X, where X is the highest cost amongst troops you control until the start of the next turn. Maybe we should have just given our John Deere 2/2 there, but... I could just take that. We get our pet treat here. We'll get to draw a free card, plus make him a 4/5. Correct call's probably making Tyrannosaurus Hex. Like that. I can be real cute next turn and play a Strength of the Wedwood onto the T-Hex and block out the Druid. Ooh. Except I got exhausted. So we're going to play our Strength of Redwood on there, make him a, or both of them really. Make him a 10/12 so he does not die. He made it so his doesn't die either? Oh, that Druid's annoying. Alright, so we'll take one here. Plays another Shaper. That's not good. Alright, can we swing in for the for W's right here? Or no. But he is forced to block. His blocks are better than mine though. At least one of them is. He has to block both. Lose the T-Hex, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to go wide enough here next turn to win. Yeah. We'll just play the Wild Ore over there. Not worry about that. He almost got his walls up high enough that we couldn't get through. Almost opened that. Alright, so here's our Sea Witch we were looking for. The Hag Sorceress. She has Drain Power, Basic, Blood Sapphire, Threshold, 3 cost Champ Power. Target opposing troop gets -2 attack. Target troop you control gets +2 attack. Also, passive Channel Power. At the start of your turn, each opposing champion controls no troops with 1 or more. If each opposing champion controls no troops with 1 or more, gain 2 temporary resources. Which means we're really looking for that 1-drop. So the Hag doesn't get to start with 3 resources on turn 1. 1-drop here is super important. Which we got, but we did not get the wild. Doesn't that just beat all? The hand's really good though. I'm gonna keep it. They get to go first anyway, so. Hag Reavers on turn 1. When this attacks, a random opposing troop gets -1 attack. This can't be blocked with troops by 1 or less. Still did. I should have pet treated first. No, I can't pet treat because I don't have a pet yet. I'm a dummy. So next turn. Another Hag. She ain't messing around. We do have, however, our Quick Strider next turn, which will be able to block either of these with ease. That's... never mind. That's not true because of that. It's going to be very hard to win this. It's maybe one of those encounters we have to come back to later once our deck is better. Yep, that's just straight up beat down. Some of these, like, up till now, this is, well, that's not true. Last week we showed the Piranha fight. But there are definitely some encounters in the PvE that are not just like a walk in the park. The whole PvE aspect of this game isn't some comic joke that it's just to be like, oh look, we got PvE. Oh, but you can beat it in an hour. They get very hard, especially if you limit yourself to the starter decks like we're doing. Alright, we get to go first this time. We do not hit our 1-drop. We do hit our 1-drop this time. Alright, so let's see if we can get this. Out her being able to play a 3-drop on turn 1, we may be able to stay ahead. Zodiac Dream is a really good hit right here. Pet Treat into Pet Treat is not bad either. And a War Party Guard with Swift Strike. Alright. That's what I would call a solid turn. We'll just play out our Swift Strider here at the end. So no slouch, but not unbeatable. Definitely beatable. Crackling Tiding our John Deere back to the hand. Hit our 4th resource. Do we play Wild Aura? No, that's our 3rd resource. Never mind. Definitely just playing back out John Deere. We could have used Howling Brave, I guess, to... Alright. We'll actually use this Howling Brave to play this Howling Brave. No, we won't. We will? Oh. Forgot. Swift Strike damage. There we go. And we'll hold up Strength of the Redwood in case we need to block something. I don't think we'll have to. So there's the Hags. Diamond Ore here is real good. So we're going to pump John Deere, and I think Diamond Ore John Deere. Can't use the Howling Brave to hold a charge to, or hold a resource to the next turn. It only makes a temporary one. Power Sapphire is going to get him to draw 2 cards and gain 2 charges, which means they'll probably... Alright, so they're killing off one of our Swift Strikers. Still can't attack into John Deere, though. think we'll just Wild Aura the deer. Don't like going all in on one like this, but just takes it. One turn away from winning here. And we get dingled. We got so close. See if we can recover here. Summon another John Deere with that. Give something +2/+2 in our deck off the top. Man, it's so close. We could almost swing with that win. Does not take the trade. So all we need to do is get to the next turn with... Alright, John Deere loses. That was a mistake. They should have definitely done the War Party guide. Oh, never mind, because they're going to Crackling Ray. Is that permanent? Yes. It is permanent. So I cannot save that. That is just dead. Cannot save it with the Redwood. Can I get 2 damage in this turn? I think so. There's 3. This can't block, so all I need to do... swing like this. Yeah. And we got there. It was not pretty. It was very close. One more turn and I don't think we would have been able to come back. 500 gold, a little XP, another pack. And we finished the quest. Let's see, what else can we do? Let's see if we can find that Dust Bustard real quick. Turn in double quests. I think... Is it down here? It's been a long time since I played all the way through the first chapter like this. I don't really remember where everything is. Jungle that way. Sure, let's go to the jungle. Got a random encounter here with a Necrophage Sensei. Sensei. I'm an idiot. Call the Unworthy. It's a 2-cost blood. Each champion sacrifices a troop, and death rights. Each champion has when a troop you control is sacrificed, draw 2 cards. So I'll just go out on a limb here and say he is going to be sacrificing a lot of troops. Thanks all for coming in tonight. Just so you know, if you've come in recently, that this is the Wardens Wednesday stream, which means we are doing all PvE tonight. I know it's not quite as exciting as some of the PvP and constructed and limited shows I do, but I like to have a little bit of for everyone, so people who enjoy PvE, and it's also a great place for newcomers to see what they're going to be getting into, because a lot of new players start this game, at least for a while, as a free-to-play player and play through the campaign because they're not sure if they really are going to like it or enjoy it and want to put money into it. So we are playing as a free-to-play player in this. This deck is exactly as was given to us, minus the cards that we've won while playing in this actual campaign run. Hand is garbage. That's better. Don't really need 2 of those, but... Oh yeah, we'd start with a permanent resource, that's right. So I can play out Sunseer on turn 1. We'll summon out our John Deere here. and play out our Quick Strider after combat. Guess I'm getting rid of Sunseer here. I guess we get to at least draw the 2 cards when we do that. That's not as terrible as a trade-off. Shiitake Chef. The start of your turn, choose 1 at random. A random troop you control gets +1/+1. Gain 1 permanent resource or gain 1 health. I love that card. The art, all of it. It's a great example of the digital space for Hex. The cards that randomly proc things that you don't really have to do anything for, they just happen. Is it record flipping time? I think so. You get any values off of swings here? I could kill that. I don't know if it's worth 2 to do it, though. If I do it, I can't play out the witch. Alright, let me just switch over. Alright, maybe I should have. Maybe I should have killed off that mushroom. Alright, so we're going to pump John Deere here. I'm just going to race him. Excuse me. Those are permanent +1/+1s from Bravery, so... We can Earthcaller next turn. Another Shiitake Chef isn't great, though, for us. That was a mistake. Mistakes were made. That's fine. Six, got 7, 8, 9 on the board. Get rid of that. We did not draw the troop that gets +5/+5, unfortunately. Thought for sure we would. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this mushroom. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to sacrifice a troop here. But hopefully we'll draw the one with +5/+5. Still do not. There it is. It's a good one to have too. Life gain and crush. So that should be game. We'll give this crush. He's gotta block that. We'll still go down to 4. He won't have his charge power this turn, so we're swinging in for 17 with crush next turn. It's pretty much likely game. Yep. -6 to 61. I love Coyotles. My very first campaign playthrough was with a Coyote Cleric. It's still my favorite race class combination. It's not the most overpowered. It doesn't have any farming decks like Elf Warrior or Venom Ranger, but I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy my cleric decks. I actually have a Candlekin cleric or Illuminate cleric, whatever, Frostwing Arena deck I'm putting together that I might do next Wednesday. It's pretty fun. Damn notifications. All being distracting and shit. Alright, what are we doing here? We're going... Why can't one of those be a diamond, huh? We're facing Little Sky. When a troop enters play the next action, your deck gains grant a charge. Each champion draws a card and gains a charge equal to the card's drawn cost. Oh, there we go. It's a little slow still, but we got all our resources, or all our threshold requirements. That's not what we want to see. Oop. Don't forget to bring out our Little John, or John Deere. Little John is the wrong thing. We'll just pump him. He gets time rippled. That's fine. Zodiac Dream. Take that. I actually think I'll replay out John Deere now since I got that, so I got the extra charge to pump him. We'll play out Prophet next turn. Ooh, Thunderfield Elder is fun. Prophecy deploy. Next action in your deck gets when you play this, copy it. So the next action he draws, he gets to play 2 copies of for the cost of 1. Hopefully it's not Time Ripple. That would suck. I'm gonna take 4. I'll gain 4 life. It's fine with me. think he also hit a shard, right? I'll take 3. Thunderbird. That's scary. Give this crush. You need to push some damage through here. Next turn we could potentially win. We can pump and Wild Aura and Bravery all next turn. We can only block 6 damage. So we need to push 7 out of this. Maybe that's too much. We can get him this turn, but we definitely got him lethal now. Traded Bravery. Save our troop. Does not matter. You are dead. Don't remember where this dust buster thingy is. Ooh. Conflag gauntlets I think are actually worth something. If I remember correctly. I think that's one of the rare, uncommon... I know it's one of the more useful ones. But maybe there's just a lot of them. I don't remember. Never mind. There's plenty on the auction house. Boo. Oh well. They're good. If anyone needs a pair, I got an extra one now. And bone-studded bludgeon. Ah, our friend the robot. We have to help him. Our next battle, we starting hand size is increased by 1. I think it's here. Or here? I know it's in the deserty area. I honestly don't remember where he is, though. No. That is not the hand we're looking for. That's not much better. I keep that and just hope we hit a diamond though. 1 diamond in this hand is really good. 1 diamond off the top is actually even better. Pale Moon has, when a troop enters play under your control, the next troop in your deck gets +1/+1. And target opposing troop without defensive gets defensive. Basic 2, revert this. Alright, so next turn we can at least play out Manti Ranger since we got the Howling Brave. It's something. I want to play this, but I have to revert it back to its original, so I'm just going to hold on till next turn and revert it and then play the treat out again. Next troop in your deck gets, you may transform another target troop you control into a Spirit Eagle. Spirit Eagle's a 2/3 flyer, 3/2 flyer. Still do not hit. Wow, we are just getting manhandled on the whole... Get rid of that ghost feather. Man, that for 2 charges is ridiculously good. I think this guy got reworked. I don't remember him having that before. Luckily, he doesn't have anything to transform into a Spirit Eagle. That's really bad for our pet, too. And if we get one more wild resource before finding a... Don't really want to trade that Manti Ranger. The next resource in your deck gets create a Starlight Oracle and put it into your hand. They're good. He's a cool Coyote. At least we can play him. So the next troop just got +6/+6, for those of you counting at home. Do we... No, I'm just gonna keep him as a wall. I don't care. Make him a giant life gain wall. I'm not gonna keep reverting him. I'll trade any 2 for 1 for this. This whole not having a diamond's getting real old real fast. Oh, whoops. That was just me not realizing he would even attack. Alright. Just trying to buy time here to get our diamond resource. That is 7 resources without getting a diamond. We will almost be able to play out our whole hand once we do draw a diamond resource, which would be great. Eight in a row. Nine. That's almost every wild shard in the deck. Not really sure what the AI is trying to accomplish by swinging with one. At least it's a playable. This is ridiculous. This isn't good. An 8-10 with life gain is not good. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, man. Alright, this is it. Next card's definitely a diamond. The card this draws will be a diamond. Yeah, that's right. You have a diamond. Show off. At least we're still gaining life. Oh, I can't have more than 10 cards in my hand. That's unfortunate. Maybe we'll finish this game before the album is over. Oh my gosh. We did it. Alright, so... Alright, the next troop in our deck is going to be huge. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be huge. Of course, we're gonna draw like a whole bunch of diamond cards first, but this whole defensive thing is real annoying still, though. Holy crap! Did not see that block coming at all. I don't think I can save it, but we're definitely gonna kill as many things as we possibly can. That's fine, I wasn't gonna try to kill you. I was trying to kill literally all the rest of your board. That 8-10 is a real piece of work. Oh, whoops. Oh no, we accidentally let 4 damage go through. Whatever will we do? Of course, that's the thing that got all the... Alright, if I play it now, and he plays a shard, he's going to make me revert it. Oh well. We may actually have to deck this person. He ended up with more life than the damage we did. Light the vote from this Indigo Trickster. I was like, where the crap did he get that card? Ah, cute, a flyer. This is bad. This is literally going to be decking each other. Question is, can that bird kill me before I deck them? Well, now I definitely win. All I gotta do is not accidentally draw any more cards. This will be the most boring PvE win I've ever seen. Well, that's not good, actually. Ooh, he's got 2 of those wind speakers now. Could actually start swinging in for actual damage. Oh, just kidding. Oh, that's bad. We're actually gonna lose this game. We're gonna lose this game, and I'm going to have to stop playing PvE because I will be extremely angry. Wow. Well, that's just terrible. That angers me deeply. Alright, I'm going to return to my quests. It's just not what I wanted. Alright, so let's see what we can add to our deck. We're going to open the packs that we've been getting. Open these 4. Let's see if there's anything we can add here. Counter Magic doesn't do anything for us, neither does that. Adaptatron. Pretty good card. Scrivener's alright. And Morphology is good, but not for the deck that we have. What else we got? Anything else down here? Alright, Vanguard Stewart. Form Ranks. 4 ranks actually isn't bad in our deck because they're all coyotles. Oh wait, it's not race, it's class. So never mind. That doesn't work. They're not all rangers. There's a ranger. Prophecy, next troop gets crushed. That's not bad. And 2 for 2/2 is solid. Another morphology? Yeah, we got 2 morphologies. Then we got Breastplate of the Zealot, Scout's Brooch. There's the Dust Bustard we need. It doesn't look like we got any equipment for anything we're actually using, unfortunately. So there's some busts. We'll just open these 2 too. Soothing Breeze, Dream Bear, Scarn, Eagle Feathered Gloves are nice, but we're not using them. Alright, so I think we're going to call that a night for the PvE aspect. I might do some laddering. Do I want a ladder? Do I want to ladder? Or do I want to play Frostwing Arena? Let's do a Frostwing Arena run with that candle deck. It's still PvE, so it's still Wednesday. So we're good. It's still on the same topic. We'll update our dashboard real fast, saying that we're going to do a FRA run with Illuminate Clerics.